Suburban Sentinel here, along with Bella the camera cat, and today we are talking about backup guns. And on the screen here are the three guns I usually use as a secondary firearm when I concealed carry. Now, back in the day when the wheel gun ruled the carry market, a lot of folks carried a spare or second gun. Now that started to change at the dawn of the Wonder 9 takeover. As high-capacity polymer guns grew in popularity, some folks stopped carrying a backup gun, finding it was no longer necessary. And there is a certain amount of logic to that. Polymer guns such as the Glocks or this Ruger P95 have very high capacities, 15, 17 or more rounds rather than a wheel gun with 5 or 6. And these new Wonder pistols were extremely reliable. So some people said the backup gun had long surpassed its usefulness. So let's examine some of the things that might happen to your primary firearm that could induce one to carry a secondary or a backup gun. Well, first, even if you have a high-capacity pistol, you could run out of ammunition in a firefight. Now, certainly, one could make the argument that it is just as easy or quick to reload a modern pistol by way of a magazine as it is to draw a secondary handgun. I really don't have an argument with that. I would agree that someone who is well trained and well practiced in reloading a pistol could do it just as quickly, if not quicker, than drawing another sidearm. Another situation which might take your primary weapon out of the fight is a minor failure or jam, such as an ammunition or magazine related problem. Certainly one could argue that with proper training and practice, clearing a jam, such as a double feed, is very fast to do. Is it faster than drawing a secondary weapon? Well, not for me. I really don't think I could clear a jam and get my gun back in the fight faster than I could draw another revolver or pistol with my offhand. I think that would apply to most people except the most highly skilled practitioners among us. But I will leave that up to you. Notwithstanding any one particular individual's ability to reload or clear minor malfunctions quickly, there are other factors which favor the carrying of a secondary weapon. So let's look at those briefly. Well, first, there is the possibility that your primary weapon will get taken from you. Now, I know it doesn't happen often, but it can and does happen, particularly to police officers who get blindsided. The ability to grab a secondary weapon is a feature that could save one's life. Another possibility is to have your primary weapon put out of commission by way of it being in a struggle. You may be trying to keep someone from getting your primary weapon. And in that case, instead of using all of your physical resources to get the weapon back, you could pull your secondary. And I do know of cases where that has happened to police officers as well as civilians. Another possibility is a catastrophic failure of your primary weapon. Not all failures are minor in nature. You could have a jam that is simply impossible to clear without stripping the weapon down, or there could be a parts breakage or other reason for a stoppage that is just unfixable in the midst of a firefight. One final advantage of having a secondary weapon, which is completely impossible if you're only carrying one, is your ability to arm someone else. If your primary is still functioning and still available, having a backup means you can hand your backup weapon to someone else who theoretically will be on your side. carrying a backup gun isn't for everybody. Whether having the extra capability is worth the weight, bulk, expense, and extra complexity of having a second gun on your person is a highly individual decision. However, I just wanted to remind everybody that there are compelling reasons to have a backup. So, thanks for watching. This is the Suburban Sentinel, along with Bella the Camera Cat, saying please thumbs up and subscribe if you like what you see. Questions and enlightening comments are always welcome. Shoot safely, everybody.